Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen and I am Dollaraholic Mama, and today I finally have a Dollar Tree review video to share with you guys. I know that you guys have been asking for quite a while for me to share a review video with you, so I hope I've been able to select some items that you were looking for opinions or thoughts on. So I'm just going to get started. So the first things that I want to talk about with you are the Dollar Tree, face masks and lip masks and things like that. So I've tried quite a few of their products before, and there haven't really been any that I've had issues with. So no, skin reactions or anything like that. I have, just pretty much normal average skin. I don't have really any sensitivities or anything like that, but I haven't had any issues, no outbreaks, no redness or anything like that. I am not a fan of spending lots of money on beauty items, so I really don't have any experience dealing with like high-end masks or anything of the sort. So I can't really do a good comparison. But as far as, getting a product for $1.25 and, finding some positive results from it, I think that's a pretty good, a pretty good thing, a pretty good deal. So the first thing I wanted to talk about are the under eye mask and lip mask by April Bath and Showers. This was like a little spa line that they put out. It came like this, and you got the under eye and the lip. I actually really enjoyed this. It kind of felt a little weird on my face. And just the fact that it was like a little gel material, but really, really cool. I found it really refreshing. My lips felt a little bit softer afterwards, and the eye, I noticed, a little decrease in the puffiness and stuff. Nothing amazing or anything like that, but having a little face mask on is going to do something positive in comparison to not doing one at all, if that makes sense. Then they also had these, two-piece packages where you got a step 1 and a step 2. So you got a cucumber exfoliating scrub and a pink grapefruit clay mask. And I kind of like these step 1, step 2s because then it does encourage you to, fully cleanse your face and then put the mask on that's going to work well with that specific cleansing that you just did. I kind of like that idea. It's always a good idea to thoroughly cleanse your face before applying any type of face mask, but the fact that they kind of give you 2 in 1 really encourages that. Then the hand and nail gloves and the foot mask, absolutely love these. They've done a couple different ones, couple different brands that the Dollar Tree has put out, but I like the April Bath and Showers ones. I find they work really well. My hands and feet are extra soft and extra smooth, probably for a couple days. It also depends on how hard you are on your hands and your feet after you put on the mask. I love doing them at home rather than, going to a salon and getting your pedicure and that done. This is kind of a nice step before doing your own nails to kind of, do your little soak, then put your feet in these, kind of condition them, and then do your nails and that. And I find it turns out quite nice, and you save quite a bit of money in comparison to going to a nail salon. So I would highly recommend you would try the hand or foot mask, and you won't be disappointed. The hand mask is especially good for these winter months coming up, or since we're using a lot of hand sanitizer and stuff on our hands, this is just like a nice conditioning treatment for your skin. Okay, now after all that positive, I need to say something negative about one of their bath items. So this is the Purifying Black Charcoal Bath Bomb, and I hate this thing. It was awful. I put it in my tub and my girls got in it, and then I had my one daughter, she stood up to get something and she was black. Her whole bottom half was black. So it did, attach itself to her skin. I didn't have them sit in it for very long. Once I noticed that, I had them stand up and I rinsed it off them, and they just had, a normal bath with bubble bath. However, this also clung to the tub. It didn't stain my tub. I'm not saying that or anything like that. However, it does attach itself to any residue you have. So I would recommend it if you have, your basic white porcelain tub and you're not sure if there's any buildup of, scum or anything from soap or shower gel or stuff like that. Put one of these in in a tub full of water, then drain the tub, and this will stick to any residue that's left. So that way you know where your problem areas are in your tub, you know where to scrub and get a good clean to get all that scum and that off, because that's what I did after draining the tub, because this was covering all of that scum and buildup that there was. So it was kind of a nice way to highlight where that was and made it easier to clean. However, to actually enjoy as a bath bomb, absolutely terrible for that fact, at least in my opinion. I've never been a real fan of the Dollar Tree like Greenbriar bath bombs, even the ones that they put out that say like treat me on them and they come in the different shapes. I've never been a fan of those. I find they don't smell nice, they don't fizz well, so I kind of avoid the Dollar Tree Greenbriar bath bombs kind of going forward. Like, I haven't bought them in quite some time. Now, I did pick up these little bath fizzers and bath bombs, but these are by Luxe by Mr. Bubble, so this is not a Greenbriar product. I have tried other items by Mr. Bubble before, and I did like them. They do have a larger bath bomb that is fairly decent. However, I don't find these little ones do too much. They have a very, very simple smell. It's not overly perfumey or anything like that, but they barely color the water, and you have to use quite a few of them in order to get, a little fizz going and a little scent going. You need to use quite a few. However, I did like the neat little packaging that it came in, like this little martini shaker. I thought that was really cute, and I did like how they had the different colors all in one, and you were able to get this style in both the pink and the green, as well as this one in both the pink and the green. These are called floating fizzers. Pretty much it's the same thing as a bath bomb. It's just that these weigh a little less, so they tend to float to the top rather than the bath bombs, which will sometimes sink to the bottom. Again, you need to use quite a few of them in the tub in order to, make any type of impact. I do particularly like the green better than the pink as far as scent goes. So if you are wanting to try one or the other, I would recommend the green over the pink. And I would probably actually recommend the fizzers over the bath bombs, just because these dissolve a little bit better, just because they are on top of the water, whereas those kind of sink to the bottom. Again, these are probably more so for, like the little pedicure, little foot bins. Put these in there, let your feet soak in them, condition your feet that way. Whereas for a bath, I would use, the bigger bath bombs from like Dollarama or something, or, the fancier ones from Lush or Walmart or something like that. So, cute little item, just, I don't know, maybe save your $1.25. Another item which wasn't super impressed with was this unicorn bath. So they are the bath salts. If you've used bath salts before, they are supposed to dissolve. These didn't dissolve at all. Like, there were hard, solid granules throughout their entire bath, and they sunk to the bottom. They were uncomfortable to sit on. My girls did not like it at all. They love the packaging. They love the color. The smell's not bad. It doesn't have, a long lasting smell or anything like that. But when you open the bag, it smells nice. But yeah, they did not dissolve at all. So I'm also curious, how that worked going down the drain, if they're just stuck in there or not. But yeah, it didn't dissolve at all, and we ended up having to drain the tub and kind of putting it back in with just some, soapy water, like bubble bath and stuff like that. So again, wouldn't recommend the bath salts. I've tried the Dollar Tree Epsom salts, which are more like the little granules, and those are okay. They dissolve nicely because it's more of like a powder at that point, but these harder ones, I wouldn't recommend. Then I got two different, like little face mask tools. This one I did like. So I do believe this was by Sassy and Chic, and it's a face mask applicator. So it's kind of like a little silicone thing that you use to put on the clay base mask, and I find this does come in handy. I don't like getting it all over my fingers, so I did like this applicator for that. However, it's not really good at getting, perfectly even coverage or anything like that. I did find I needed to use my fingertips as well, so kind of defeating the purpose. But if you're really big on not wanting to get any of the clay mask or anything on your hands, then definitely do pick it up and give it a shot. It's very easy to clean because it is silicone. You can just use some hand soap and water and clean that right off. Now these are the mask removing sponges, and I do believe you got 2 or 3 in a pack. These literally to me did absolutely nothing. I find either my hands and some water or a cloth works 10 times better than this does. And the thing is with this is I rinsed the sponge out really well afterwards, but it still dried all crusty and gross looking, and I was only able to use it to remove 1 mask. So that seems just really, really expensive to me. And I still needed to add, you know, water to it, whereas you can get like the mask removing wipes, and those to me make a little bit more sense, especially in comparison to these. So I wouldn't recommend these for removing masks at all. And then I also wanted to talk about the April Bath and Shower Sugar Coffee Body Scrub. When this came out, everyone was raving about it and how it was so amazing, and you know, definitely look for it, definitely try it out. As far as the smell goes, it smells absolutely amazing. If you love coffee, you'll love the smell of this. You hate coffee, you'll hate the smell of it. Smells absolutely amazing. When you go to put it on, it feels like it's got like a good amount of scrub to it, a good amount of grit. However, this stuff is so greasy, it is unbelievable. So if you put this on your skin, maybe you want to, you know, buff up your feet or, you know, your arms or something like that, it does not come off very nicely. Like if you go to rinse it off, you're left with a really, really heavy, greasy feeling that I needed to actually go back in the shower and wash off, excuse me, with a bit of body wash, because I just couldn't stand the feeling. Like it actually felt heavy and like there was a layer on my skin. It didn't feel soft, it didn't feel smooth, it felt like sticky and just uncomfortable. I did not like this at all, and it's unfortunate because I did pick up I think 2 or 3 of these because I wanted, you know, the smell, and I thought it smelled amazing. But as far as putting it on my body, I won't be putting that on my body again. Also, it makes the wherever you're doing it, like the tub floor or the shower floor, super slippery. So do be careful if you are wanting to try it, that you make sure it's rinsed off the bottom of your tub before, you know, you go to get out, because you will slip and slide all over the place. Then I wanted to talk about the LA Colors Color Craze nail polish. This is the nail polish that I buy from Dollar Tree all the time. I know I've gotten a couple questions in the past as to where my nail polish comes from, and it is all from the Dollar Tree, and I'd say 98% of it is the LA Color Craze line. Absolutely love every single color that I've picked up. I haven't had any issues with any of the colors until this one. This yellow, which is called Tarte, and I absolutely love the color of it. It's bright and cheery. It stained my nails, and thankfully when I tried it out, I only put it on one of my nails because I was doing, you know, like a multicolor polish. And it stained my fingernail so badly that I had to just grow it out. Like it didn't come off with nail polish remover. It didn't come off even if I soaked my nails. It was stained, and it was stained quite visibly yellow. So I was really, really disappointed with this one. So I haven't tried it again since because I just don't want to risk it. So this one I am going to be tossing. But like I said, I haven't had any issues with any of the other colors, and I've done greens and purples and blues and deep reds. I've tried all their nudes. They're so nice. They last for a substantial amount of time for a dollar store nail polish. Absolutely love them. Just avoid this yellow color Tarte. And then I guess the last beauty item, I picked up 2 of the luxury women perfumes a little while ago. And I've tried both of them, and they are both okay. This one was supposed to be our version of Beautiful by Estee Lauder, and this one was our version of Obsession by Calvin Klein. I actually hadn't smelled either of these, like their brand name counterparts, so I don't know if they compare in smell. They're both very light. This one here, number 19, is a little bit more floral, which the box kind of indicates, whereas this one isn't. I've sprayed both of them, used them both a couple different times. They smell nice when you first put them on, but they fade really, really quickly. Probably within an hour or two, you won't notice any smell whatsoever. So, I mean, if you just want a little bit of something to put on in the mornings, or if you want to carry it around with you and freshen it up during the day, then it would be okay. I mean, you're saving quite a bit of money when you're able to get a perfume for $1.25 in comparison to, you know, the crazy prices you can pay for perfume these days. But just keep in mind that the longevity of the scent is not very great. And then I know people were asking about the fashion masks and my thoughts on them. I do not like this mask at all. I don't like the feel of the material. I don't like the way it feels on my face. I don't like how the ear loops are, you know, integrated into the mask. And I don't like how like structured the seam is along the nose, and that I find it really uncomfortable. I mean, emergency to keep in the car if you've forgotten your normal mask, or maybe this is like only mask you can afford, then by all means go for it. I mean, it's going to do what it needs to do as far as covering your nose and mouth and providing that bit of protection that's mandatory where I am. But as far as, you know, go out and pick up a mask based off its quality, I definitely would not recommend this one at all. The masks that I love actually come from Dollarama. I've talked about them before, and they are kind of like that very soft, almost like a polyester feel to them. They're not cotton, they're like antimicrobial in that. They're really pretty, and they come in like bright neon colors. Absolutely, I love those, but I would avoid this one. I mean, if you want to give it a shot and see what you like for $1.25, I mean, it's not going to break the bank, but I just did not like it at all. And then we are going to talk about just a couple food items. I don't buy, you know, chocolate and candy for myself too often. I'm just not a big fan of it, but I absolutely love these ones. So these were by McGregor's, and they were different dark chocolate covered fruits. So there was a pomegranate, a mango, and an acai and blueberry. And these were actually manufactured in Canada out of Quebec. I love when I can get a Canadian product, especially a food item from Dollar Tree. And as far as, you know, chocolate covered fruit goes, this was a nice mix of flavors. A lot of the time you can get like blueberry or, you know, chocolate covered raisins, but it's harder to get the different fruit. So this was kind of nice to be able to experience different ones, and just the quality of them are really good. Do keep in mind, it's a different type of consistency. It's almost like there's a gummy inside of it. It doesn't like feel like a real piece of fruit. It's almost like a gummy version of it. I bought one of these in a coconut for my dad, and it had that same kind of consistency, and he didn't like it at all. So it doesn't have like your normal fruit type consistency in the middle that you would get with other brands. However, I did enjoy it. So it's kind of to each their own. I would recommend you try it if you like chocolate covered fruit, and, you know, see what your thoughts are on it. And then I did just talk about these in a recent haul, but these milk straws are absolutely amazing. It doesn't matter if it's the normal ones they carry, which are these quick milk ones, or if they are these like themed ones that they put out with the Barbie and the Polly and stuff like that. My kiddos love all of these. They each have one flavor that they seem to like more than others, but you can get them in so many different flavors that you could probably find one for each of your kiddos to enjoy. They love having a glass of milk with their dinner, and I just find this is a fun way to kind of, you know, spice it up. They think it's fun because they think they're getting dessert while they're drinking their milk, because they think it's like that kind of a treat, so that's awesome. And also this is a great way to get your kiddos to drink their milk in the morning. If you give them a bowl of cereal and they're always leaving their milk behind, let them choose one of these straws and I bet you that milk will be gone, because I have found that has worked wonders, especially for my youngest, because she doesn't typically finish her milk. And with these straws, she has been finishing her milk and then asking if she can have more cereal just so that she can have another straw to drink the milk with. So I was really, really happy that my kids enjoyed these so much. I know they've actually been at the Dollar Tree for a while, especially the quick milk ones. So really, really happy to come across these and have such a positive experience with them. And then the last thing I want to talk about, because I haul them all the time, are Dollar Tree books. Now, I know I've said it's great because of the price savings, and it's great because you can try new authors or new genres that you normally wouldn't. But what if you're not a reader and you don't want to get into reading or anything like that? Another reason why books from the Dollar Tree are awesome is because there are a lot of hardcover ones. And hardcover books actually make really nice decor pieces. So I know there are people who even will hunt at like Value Village and that for really nice hardcover books. So I would definitely try to take a look at some of the hardcovers at the Dollar Tree. Take off the jackets, be gentle when you're doing it, and make sure you're putting it back on. But you know, peek under the jacket and see what the book is like. You can find hardcovers in so many different colors. There's also ones that are like textured and have like a really nice quality cover. It is absolutely amazing the different ones that you can come across. You can get, you know, really festive ones like red and green for Christmas. You can get a lot of the neutrals in the different shades of brown, and you can just kind of use them as displays, stack them up, put a nice little succulent or something on top of them. They don't need to be for reading. You can use them for all sorts of decor purposes. There's lots of ideas on Pinterest and stuff like that. I've also known people who have turned these into crafts by the way they cut their pages, and they can make it into a certain shape. So you could use these books for that as well. And it's just such a good price point to be able to get it for $1.25. I also wanted to show you this one because the cover art on this was really, really cute. But when I took the jacket off, because I normally read them without the jackets on, the book was even more colorful. Like, look at the artwork on that book. Absolutely amazing. Just even have that up on a shelf would add such a pop of color. Absolutely adorable. So definitely do take a closer look at your Dollar Tree book sections, and there's lots of different purposes for your books. I mean, I'm an avid reader. I would highly recommend you read the book first before you do, you know, any type of arts or decor with them. However, if you're not a reader, there are other uses for the Dollar Tree books. So definitely do not overlook that section if it's something that you typically do. All right. So that's it for this review video, you guys. If you have seen my other review video for Dollarama, I did mention in that one that I'm going to try to do these review videos a little bit more frequently. I'm hoping that once we get to that 1,000 subscriber point, I can do some live videos, and I thought review videos for live videos would be perfect, because then you're able to ask me right in the video if I could talk about a certain item that you've seen me haul, or if there's a reason why I'm not picking up a certain item that you've seen lots of other people haul, and it could just be a really good dialogue and back and forth, and I'd be able to answer your questions right away. For now though, definitely do let me know down in the comments if there's something that I didn't share with you guys that you were curious about and you want to know my thoughts on, and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. So that's it for this, guys. So I hope you're each staying safe, happy, and healthy. Bye for now.